Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be episode 2. A couple things have changed since the last episode. It's been a few days and started playing again and just want to show you around and see what I've done so far. And then I'll take you along to show you what I'm going to do in this episode. So in the last episode we came up to a kind of little I don't know what you call it, a bowl in the ground, and I just dug in the side there to just make a little home for the night. Since then, I have actually dug out the room. I'll show you that here. Just a little bit more than just a 2x3 space, so we actually have room to move in here now. Create another stove, or furnace, actually, if you call it furnace. Create another furnace. I actually found sheep. Believe it or not, there's a bunch of sheep nearby. When we spawned and ran to this point, it was pretty much a straight line, and there were no sheep. We went through the forest, couldn't find any sheep. Came back here, ended the episode. I started up the episode. No, sorry, I started up the game again this afternoon, and I went out and left and right, and I found sheep all around me. So grabbed some wool, made a bed, and good to go on the sleep thing now. I created a chest for all the random things I've found. Um, Things I know I'm gonna need later. I've just been collecting them as I find them, like sugarcane and cactus and all that stuff. Um, you'll see that I've got some gold and some iron in here, and actually I got that because at the back here, careful, I dug all the way down to about block 15 or 16. That's usually where I like to mine. But as soon as I got down there, I fell right into a cave. Um, Found some iron, dug that out. Died actually once. Fighting off a creeper while being shot by a skeleton kind of got me there. So went back down, explored the cave a little bit, got a stack and some of iron. Um, haven't used it yet because I'm kind of holding off until I get the diamond. Once you get diamond, the tools last a little bit longer, and you're not burning through them as much as you are with iron, and I know I need iron for lots of stuff later on. So in the meantime, I still have my stone tools, which you can make those pretty easily. I know they're not very quick, but you can make them pretty easily, and then you're good to go. Out here, outside the little hut home area, um, I kind of got lost once, so I created a pillar and some light so I can find my way back pretty easily, because I went off in that direction and as far out in the desert as I could go, and over here, and it's actually a pretty big ocean over in that direction. Swamp is pretty big, the forest is pretty big. We're kind of on the edge of, I don't know if you'd call it a continent or not, but we're a pretty big landmass. One place I'd love to find is hills. I'd love to find some hills because that's where I usually build my homes. But anyway, we're going to be here for a little while, so I figured since I'm out of food now, I'm going to eat something pretty soon before I start dying. So while I was over exploring the mesa over there, I grabbed a whole bunch of seeds and came back here, and I created a little wheat garden. So what I did was, must have been a mob or something that did that. But anyway, what I did, I'm assuming most everybody knows how to play Minecraft, and they're nostalgic for the wood punching days way back in the beginning. But basically, you just dig out one block, fill it with water, get yourself a hoe, dig out 4 in all directions, and that's as far as the water's going to go. Then you just go ahead and plant the seeds and give it about 10 or 20 minutes, and it'll all grow up into wheat. You get 3 wheat to make a bread, and bread isn't quite as good as steak or chicken or anything like that, but it's quick, it's cheap, and you can also use it to lure cows and sheep and all that stuff back here, which eventually we're going to get to here, hopefully in this episode, if not the second one or the third one. What I'd like to do is clear a little area for maybe future carrots, maybe some potatoes. I'd also like to have all the animals. I'd like to have cows, pigs, chickens, and sheep all back here. That way I have all my bases covered, just in case I need to do some. I know I'm going to use leather for the the huge storage system we're going to be building later on in the series, but so I need lots of cows for that. Pigs, I don't usually use pigs too much beyond the first couple hours or so of the game, just because with killing all the cows for leather, I get plenty of steak and lots of steak. You wouldn't believe how much steak, just because I need all that leather. Chickens, once you get a couple chickens, it's pretty easy to let them go, and just you can kind of go crazy with chickens if you really want. In one of my other worlds, I don't believe I have it anymore, but I had an automatic chicken breeder, grower, cooker thing, and wow, I couldn't eat the chicken fast enough in that one. And then the sheep. Generally don't have a use for sheep, except in my last world. I just completed it not too long ago, about a week or so ago. Someday I'll show you guys what I'm working on over there, but I created a giant storage room. I believe it was 50 by 50 or 100 by 100. I can't remember. Lined the entire room with chests for a storage system. Was it 3 or 4 double chests high, hoppers everywhere. I basically had to create a tree farm machine just to make all the wood for all the chests and all the hoppers, and the iron for the hoppers. Oh man, there's so much iron. I had to go dig. Usually when I dig a mine shaft, I'll create a main I don't know what it's called, corridor, and I have offshoots every 2 or 3 blocks, and I dig out as far as I can go, which is usually 500 or 600 blocks, and I don't know how far I dug in both directions and then offshoots, but I probably had at least easy a double chest full of iron that I burned up, and probably 2 double chests just for the whole room, but wow. Anyway, let me jump into bed here and get back to daylight hours, because I do not want to fight off mobs with a wooden sword and no armor, because that's kind of like suicide if you don't know what you're doing, which I don't, because I don't like fighting mobs. But yeah. Oh, here we go. Alright. Check to make sure. No, I don't have it on me. Let me go ahead and, here it is, grab it. I might have to make another one here in a minute, but I gotta grab my bucket. Just grab the bucket, because we're gonna need that for some water here. Alright, by the time we're done building them, then we should have all this turned to wheat, and then we can replant it. So anyway, let's more seeds. Like I said, I'm assuming everybody knows how to play Minecraft, but if you harvest a wheat at full maturity, you get 1 wheat and 1 or 2 seeds, and after you get a harvest from something like this, you'll have more than enough seeds to replant it, and then some. Usually after 2 or 3 plantings, you're just throwing the seeds out. If you have an incinerator, then things can be working overtime. So let me just count out here. We're gonna do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the whole. Yeah, that lines up good. Okay. Don't know if I can use a hoe. No, of course not. All right, let's go ahead and just put a non-tool in my hand real quick and get rid of all this grass. Okay, good. All right. Hoe in your hand and just right click. Oops. Of course, I forgot to put the water in there. That's why it's drying up already. Go over to our little pond, grab some water, run back, and there you go. Okay. Get the hoe again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just dig out this area. If you didn't notice, I kind of like to put a few torches around. I usually put more torches, but I was out of coal when I did this. I had to go down in the cave. Oh, and there goes the hoe. Had to go down in the cave, and luckily I found some more coal, and had to make a bunch of torches just to light up the cave for the iron that we found, and I have some iron or some coal left, but I don't want to go use it all just yet. So, what am I doing now? Here we go. That, this, and this. that, and we're good to go. Oh, out here. Okay. Alright, now, usually, I don't want to do that just yet. Well, no, I could do it. I like to put a center block with lights on it, or torches on it, just to help the plants in the center here grow easily. Same as with around the outside. I don't think it matters too much. I mean, so long as you're letting everything, so long as you're not planting in a cave with no light source, you should have no problem growing anything out here. But oh, it's because I was jumping. Alright, gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna harvest all this stuff. Oh, tossed out the torch. There we go. Here. Okay. Oh well. So I'm missing a seed. Oh well, no big deal. Go ahead and throw the seeds. See, we had about 80, I think it was 80 plants planted. I'm not sure, my math might be a little off. And we got over 100 some seeds out of it. So we will always have an abundance of seeds. Unless you pick everything before it matures, you will always have extra seeds from when you plant. Same thing goes with carrots and potatoes. When they mature, you get anywhere from like 1 to 4, I think it is. So go ahead and plant this again. Forget to grab those over there. Oh. Throw these in there. And you can make them grow faster with bone meal, but right now I only have about 3 bones on me, and I'd prefer to hold on to them in case I need something like, well, I wouldn't know why, but in case I need some kind of wood or something in a hurry, like I'm starving and for some reason I haven't planted my garden here in a while and I just need some right now, and yeah, I'll just hold on to those. So, but in the meantime, we're going to head back inside, throw the seeds in the chest. Gonna take our wheat. We have 70. We only need 69. But go ahead and throw them in here. There we go, 23 bread and 1 extra wheat. We'll save the wheat just for when we're gonna start the animal farm. So we got that. We can get carrots and potatoes from zombies when they drop them, or if we're lucky, I was exploring, I didn't find it, but if we come across a village, they will usually have a couple garden beds with some carrots and potatoes and wheat in it, and then we'll just go ahead and borrow some and come back here and plant our garden and just kind of take off from there. I know that carrots are good to lure some animals, potatoes are good for baked potatoes and trading, but that's the ultimate goal someday, is if we're just tired of, I don't know, digging for diamond and enchanting and all that stuff, then we can build a villager trading system and use all the extra steak and pork and all that stuff. We can use it all just to trade with the villagers and kind of not have to worry about getting enchanted stuff that we want or have to make ourselves. We could just trade with the villagers for a little while. So, all right, I think I'm going to call it on this episode. It's probably been about 15 minutes or 16 minutes, but so for this episode, just planted a bunch of wheat. Next episode, by the time I get back to recording, we'll have another little area for a future garden. I'll have built hopefully some pens over here and lured over some animals like the pigs over there and the chickens wherever they are. They're all over the place. Pigs and chicken. There's some cows and some sheep off in the distance there. I'll grab those. and then we'll have ourselves a little self-sufficient farm here. After that, I'll end up going back down in the mine shaft, hopefully finding some diamonds, make some tools, and then we hopefully be able to start our first big project by episode 4 or 5. Yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.